What does the word industry even mean today? It's not just about making things anymore. In our hyper-connected world, it's really about how products are imagined, how they're sold, and how they get woven right into the fabric of our lives. Let's dive in and really explore this new industrial age.
No, seriously, take a second. What's the very first image that pops into your head? For most of us, chances are it's something familiar, right? Maybe even a little old-fashioned. But the big question is, does that picture still hold up today?
Yeah, you know the one, that classic image of smokestacks and assembly lines. But today's industry, it looks completely, totally different. We're talking about AI helping design our cars, digital platforms becoming the new factory floors, and global strategy shaping literally every single product that comes to market. Okay, so here's how we're going to break down this huge transformation. First, we'll look at the innovative products themselves. Then, we'll jump into the digital platforms where all the business is getting done. And finally, we'll talk about the key players, everyone from designers to governments, who are basically writing the rules for this whole new industrial age. All right, first up, the products. Let's take a look at how the very definition of what we make is changing, like right before our very eyes. The products of this new era are just a world away from the clunky, heavy machinery of the past. We're seeing this huge wave of smarter, more efficient, and honestly better designed goods. Products so well thought out, they just become a seamless part of our daily lives. And the variety here is it's incredible. You've got AI rethinking something as complex as car design. Then you have modular footwear aimed at cutting down on waste. And then, boom, concepts for space travel. It really proves that industrial design isn't just about pure function anymore. Not at all. It's now about the experience, it's about sustainability, and it's about pushing creative boundaries in pretty much every sector you can imagine.
So, okay, if the products themselves are totally new, then the storefronts have to be new too, right? And that brings us to the absolutely crucial role of digital platforms.
There's this great line from an industrial marketing firm that says, "A pretty website is not enough." And they're so right. Especially in the world of B2B, business-to-business sales, just having a slick online brochure, well, that's just not going to cut it anymore. And the data? The data absolutely backs this up. A staggering 89%, almost 9 out of 10, business buyers are now doing their research online long before they even think about making a decision. So if you don't have a powerful presence there, you're not even in the running. It's not simple. Okay, just take a look at this data. On top-tier industrial platforms like Procore, you see visitors staying for over 12 minutes, digging through almost 13 pages on average. Now, that's not just casual browsing. That is deep, serious research. Now, compare that to a basic promo page with a bounce rate over 60%. It's night and day. One is a valuable, essential tool. The other is basically a digital pamphlet that gets tossed in the trash. So here's what it all comes down to. For any modern industrial company, its website isn't just a marketing tool. It is the sales office. It is the factory floor. It's the absolute central hub for the entire business.
Of course, a transformation this big doesn't just happen in a vacuum, right? It's being driven by a whole ecosystem of different players, and all of them are shaping the future of industry. So, who are they?
So when we say industrial ecosystem, what are we actually talking about? Well, think of it like the entire cast of characters in a play. It's not just the manufacturers anymore. It's everyone, from the designer who has that initial spark of an idea, all the way to the government that's setting the rules of the game. And this ecosystem is just huge. You've got individual designers sharing their portfolios online. You have these incredibly influential innovation firms like IDEO that are rethinking entire systems. Then there's specialized media, keeping everyone up to date on trends, tech giants providing the digital backbone, and yeah, even governments setting national strategy. Every single one has a role to play. All right, so we've looked at the new products, we've seen the digital platforms, and we've talked about the key players. When you put all of that together, what does it really tell us about the future of making things? The single biggest takeaway here is that all those old lines have just completely blurred. The word industry is no longer just another word for manufacturing, not even close. It's now this dynamic fusion of innovative design, deep data, and really sophisticated digital strategy. And here's the kicker. Each one of those parts is equally critical. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating and kind of mind-bending question. When products can be designed by an AI and sold entirely through a website, what does making something really even mean anymore? It's a question that could reframe our entire understanding of the economy, and maybe even the future of human creativity itself.